4.3. Out-of-service conditions. When a required fire protection system in a shelter, example sprinkler system, fire alarm system or standpipe system, is out of service, the building should be evacuated or a fire watch shall be maintained by one or more persons holding an F-02 certificate of fitness. The decision to evacuate or continue a fire watch is at the discretion of the impairment coordinator. Since fire guards are already on continuous patrol in shelters, additional fire guards are not required when a fire protection system is out of service. The fire guard who would normally be assigned to patrol the area of the out-of-service condition may continue patrolling that area while paying special attention to the fire hazard. Fire guards should be made aware if the out-of-service system hinders the egress routes of the affected area. For more information regarding out-of-service situations, please reference Chapter 9 of the 2014 Fire Code. In some cases, fire department personnel may be on scene and provide additional direction on the number of required fire guards or other fire protection measures that may be required until such time as the out-of-service fire protection system is restored to good working order. 4.4. Fire Watch Patrol Record. All parts of the premises, including sleeping areas, must be continuously patrolled by an F-02 certificate of fitness holder. A written record of the fire watch patrol required by the Fire Code and the rules of the City of New York shall be maintained on the premises or other approved location for a minimum of 3 years, unless a different period of time is specified. The Commissioner may prescribe the form and format of such record keeping. Records shall be made available for inspection by any department representative, and a copy of such records shall be provided to the department upon request, without charge. The department additionally may require that certain records be filed with the department. Electronic filings may be made in lieu of paper filings, when approved. An approved method of supervising the conduct of the fire watch, such as a watchman's clock and key stations, shall be provided. The fire watch patrol record must be signed by the fire guard. The following items should be recorded in the log. A. The number of patrols or fire watch inspections conducted. B. Any defects discovered. C. Violations that have been noticed. D. The date, name, certificate of fitness number and signature of the fire guard who conducted the patrols or fire watch inspections. 5. Typical causes of fire in shelters. Fire guards should be familiar with the typical causes of fire in a homeless shelter so that they can be aware of these hazards and prevent fires. If fire guards become aware of a fire hazard, they should inform their supervisor immediately. Typical causes of fire in homeless shelters are listed below. Overloaded extension cords. Unattended and prohibited microwaves. Misuse of portable heaters. Unattended candles. See booklet for pictures. Hot plates. Halogen lamps. Overloaded electrical outlets and power strips. Unattended cigarettes or smoking in prohibited areas. Unattended or improperly used ovens and stoves. See booklet for pictures. 5.1. Common problems in shelters. The following is a list of common problems found in shelters that can endanger the safety of building occupants and employees. Fire guards should be familiar with these problems so that they can avoid their occurrence. 1. Failure to maintain proper record keeping. The fire guard must ensure that all required records of fire guard patrols and fire watch are updated and kept on the premises in accordance with the 2014 New York City Fire Code. 2. Failure to facilitate the inspection and maintenance and testing of fire alarm systems. Fire guards who notice that a fire alarm system is in need of inspection, maintenance, or testing during their patrols must notify their supervisors immediately. 3. Lack of knowledge regarding proper actions to take when a fire protection system is out of service. Fire guards must ensure that they are following the procedures outlined in Chapter 9 of the New York City Fire Code and their supervisor's instructions upon the discovery of an out-of-service situation within a shelter. 4. Improper storage. Recycle bins and trash containers are often stored within the shelter corridors and stairwells, which obstruct means of egress and can be a fire hazard if a fire erupts. Additionally, clients' personal items are often found in the hallways, blocking means of egress. Items are often improperly stored in hallways, under stairwells, inside mechanical rooms, within stairwells and electrical rooms. Sometimes this extra storage obstructs sprinkler heads. See booklet for pictures. 5. Required fire-rated doors. Required fire-rated doors in stairwells, boiler rooms, and electrical rooms are often propped open when they should not be. In some shelters, door hardware such as knobs and latching mechanisms are broken or disabled. Improper hardware is sometimes used on the doors. Fire guards must ensure that fire-rated doors remain closed and that any improper hardware is removed, and damaged hardware is repaired or replaced. See booklet for diagram. 6. Open flames, unauthorized use of portable heating appliances and smoking. Fire guards must ensure that unlawful activities are not taking place in shelters. 7. Emergency lighting. Fire guards should immediately notify their supervisors if they discover that battery-operated emergency light fixtures are functioning. 6.1. Medical emergencies in shelters. If a fire guard becomes aware of an injury or other medical emergency at the shelter premises, they should call 911 and provide as much of the following information as possible. The fire guard is not required to have specific medical knowledge or training, however, when communicating with medical responders, the ability to provide this information is helpful. Caller location and the location of the victim or victims, if different from your location, including the business name, street address, cross street, floor and room number, if applicable. Caller name and telephone number for a return call. The number of victims. The victim or victim's chief complaint or present condition, e.g. bleeding, breathing erratically, conscious or unconscious, etc. Any hazards involved. The caller should follow the exact instructions of the 911 operator and emergency personnel. Fire guards should assist their supervisor in alerting trained employees who are CPR qualified, as noted in the emergency preparedness plan. Only trained employees should provide first aid assistance. If there are no trained employees on the premises, designate a responsible person to stay with the victim or victims. Fire guards should assist their supervisor with arranging an elevator to be placed on standby, if the shelter has elevators. The victim should not be moved unless the victim or victim's location is unsafe. The fire guard should assist their supervisor in controlling access to the scene. The fire guard should assist the supervisor in assigning a designated person to meet the ambulance at the nearest entrance or emergency access point and direct them to victim or victims. 6.2. Bomb or other explosion threats in shelters. If a person receives a suspicious package and is unable to verify its contents, they should follow the emergency reporting protocol below. Call 911 and provide the following information: your location and the location of the suspicious package, if different from your location, including the business name, street address, cross street, floor and room number, if applicable. Name and telephone number for return call. Do not touch, move or open the article. 6.3. Chemical incident or release in shelters. In case of a major spill, the fire department must be notified by calling 911 immediately. After calling 911, the caller's supervisor should be notified. The caller should wait for and follow instructions from the first respondent. 7. Emergency reporting. Any owner, occupant, or other person who becomes aware of a fire or explosion or any other emergency shall immediately report such emergency to the department. No owner or other person shall issue any directive or take any action to prevent or delay the reporting of a fire or other emergency to the department. A durable, legible sign setting forth the following information for reporting a fire or other emergency, including the text to be inserted based on the building's location, shall be posted in a conspicuous location in the lobby of the main front entrance of a Group A, B, E, F.im and R1 building. To report a fire by telephone, dial 911 or, depending upon the borough in which the property is located, insert one of the following telephone numbers. Bronx Properties 718-430-0200. Brooklyn Properties 718-965-8300. Manhattan Properties 212-570-4300. Queens Properties 718-476-6200. Staten Island Properties 718-494-4296. The fire guard must be provided with at least one approved means for notification of the fire department and any staff on the premises responsible for the implementation of the emergency preparedness plan. Fire guards can use cell phones to make immediate notifications. Fire guards should ensure that there is enough power to cover their shift. Notifying by phone is the most direct and effective way to notify the fire department. When a fire is discovered, the fire guard must also activate the fire alarm pull station when available. The fire guard must notify the fire department and their supervisor. The fire guard's supervisor will also issue instructions to the fire guard that must be followed. For example, the supervisor may instruct the fire guard how to take the safest evacuation route from the building. In case of a fire emergency, building occupants may have to be evacuated. Occupants on the fire floor and the floor above are most seriously threatened by the spread of the fire and must be evacuated first. If the fire guard is responsible for assisting in the evacuation, the fire guard should remain composed and in control of the situation. He or she should speak in a clear and concise manner when assisting with the evacuation. The fire guard's instructions and his/her actions play an important role in reducing panic during an emergency. Occupants should be instructed to be calm and move quickly to the nearest exit in an orderly manner. The fire guard should guide the occupants not to use the elevators and should identify the stairwells or other routes of egress for occupants and direct them to use only those stairwells or routes of egress. In summary, the notification procedures should be: call 911 or the fire department dispatcher number in the borough where the building is located. Notify the building occupants using the fire alarm pull station, if available. Notify the designated building personnel, example F-80 or F-58 certificate of fitness holder or building owner. 8. Fire alarm systems. Building owners must ensure that their shelters have fire alarm systems approved by the New York City Fire Department. Fire guards should receive training on and be familiar with the fire alarm system in their shelter. If they become aware of any aspect of the fire alarm system that is impaired or out of service, they must notify the impairment coordinator immediately. However, fire guards are prohibited from installing or modifying components of the fire alarm system. Fire alarm systems are classified as automatic, manually activated, or both. If a fire condition occurs, the alarm system warns the building occupants and employees by activating loud sirens, bells, speakers, horns, and flashing lights. The flashing lights are otherwise known as strobes.